Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mobby and we are back with another episode of Mabimpressions, the show where I play a game for a little bit and then I come here to let you know my true and honest thoughts, and at the end of the episode hopefully letting you guys know whether or not this game is for you or not. So for today's game I played YIIK. That's how it's pronounced, even though it's spelled YIIK. The two I's are Roman numerals for 2. That's just the developer's choice. So it's YIIK, a postmodern RPG. Now, what is this game all about? Well, I'm going to tell you all about it. We're going to cover the story, the graphics, the gameplay, the audio, some miscellaneous stuff. So to get you up to speed, let's read a little bit of the Steam description and we'll see if this is pretty accurate. So it says, in this surreal Japanese style RPG, when a mystery woman vanishes from an elevator in front of his eyes, fresh graduate Alex assembles a squad of internet misfits to investigate her disappearance, tackle turn-based battles with a novel blend of twitchy minigames, weird weapons, and weirder enemies. So is this game description accurate? I would freaking say yes. This game is all of that and more. Before I get crazy into it, I do have to say right off the bat that I do recommend this game. It is unique and interesting. So let's start with the story. So this is a little bit of the first couple of minutes of the game. I don't want to spoil too much, but you start the game and it sort of asks you, you're talking to a crow. It's weird. You're talking to a crow. You press new game. And then it wants to ask you a bunch of questions. What's your guys' name? What's your name? Which is weird because, I thought, okay, my main character is going to be named Mobby, which I put, but then you end up being this guy named Alex. So it asks you, what's your character's name? What's your name? And then asks you some personal questions, like the smartest girl your nerdiest friend, all of that stuff. So I was like, okay. A lot of these things are most likely going to be different NPCs in the game that you interact with, right? Like probably main characters that join your party. So after all that, the character jumps off the bus and is this redheaded guy named Alex. As the Steam description said, he is a fresh graduate. He has come back home and you just run around and you explore. So the first couple of minutes you can either go straight to the story or you can do what I did, which is run around town and see what the heck's available. You can interact with NPCs, you can find secrets in trash cans. You can open up chests, you can find money, you can find equipment, you can find lots of other like food consumables. So the story is you go into your house and there's a lot of detail. I was really surprised how much I cared about looking and interacting with a lot of the environment, just so we can get a little bit of a little more into this character's life. So if you go into his house, you can go into his room and you can see like a record player. He's like, oh, it's his dad's and all that stuff. And then you can also get some loot. You go to his mom's freaking bedroom and then you go check in the drawer and you get 20 bucks. So you essentially looted her drawer. Okay, so she's not home. Dad's not home. You don't know much about the game. So you jump on in and then there is a letter that says, oh, this is Mom. Hey, Alex, you should go to the store and pick up some groceries. So the guy's like a little bit, I just got home, blah, blah, blah. This sucks. So he's about to leave. All right, he's about to leave. And then all of a sudden, the first weird thing happens. The phone rings. You answer it. And then this weird voice says, oh, something about the record music stopped playing. Things are about to change. And Alex is all like, what's happening? I don't understand. And then, it just goes from there. So you start walking. And then you see this cat with a weird mustache who stole your list. You chase him into the woods and then everything happens. Everything begins. So that's the first 5 minutes. Whew, really crazy. Okay, so let's talk about the graphics. It is very stylish. I love the look of it. It has a really big indie feel, but it also has a smoothness to it, if that makes any sense. Like, it's a little janky, the animations, but it's supposed to be that way. It's very, like I said, it's very stylized. And it seems like a lot of care went into it. So I enjoy the graphics a lot. You can see characters' facial expressions. The enemies are weird as all heck. And it's just really, like, the environments are insane. Like, I'm showing you some footage right now of the, my first couple hours. It's pretty crazy. So graphics, story's good. I like the story. Graphics, pretty good as well. Now, here's the most important part of most games. It's the gameplay. So this is a turn-based RPG, and when it says in the Steam description this is a JRPG inspired, it truly kind of is. So what I've seen is there is an overworld, which you walk around. If you play like Final Fantasy or stuff like that, you have a big sprite, a big character avatar that you use in towns, and then when you go out of the town, you can walk around, and then you have a little sprite. So if you have your big avatar walking around, you can run into enemies, sort of like Earthbound. Speaking of Earthbound, the whole time I was playing, it really felt like that. Like digging through trash cans, using a record player as your main weapon instead of a bat, eating hot dogs to heal. It really does feel like Earthbound with a lot of the craziness, and I'm 100% sure this was inspired. It has to be inspired like that because it's so zany and over the top. So if you did like that, you're gonna like this. Also turn-based. So yep, you can see the enemies walk up to you, so you can avoid them. Except if you're on the overworld, it kind of acts like a an RNG random encounters type of deal. So you got your basic attack, defend, skills, and you learn more skills later. But this is what's cool about it. It's not just press attack, pick an enemy, watch it for like 3 seconds, and then move on, right? This one is kind of like, you guys ever played like Super Mario RPG for the Super Nintendo? It's my favorite freaking RPG of all time, favorite Super Nintendo game of all time. It has some sort of interaction when you attack, depending on your character, of course. So for instance, Alex, his main attack is using a record player or just a record to attack. So pretty much it has a little mini game when you attack. Oh, I attack this enemy. A little mini game plays. You have to click in time to do more damage, and you can combo into it. And then there's another character which kind of felt like a Paper Mario thing, where it's like, oh, hold down the left stick and then let go when it hits green to do maximum damage, stuff like that. And then you have a defense portion where an enemy is about to attack. You have to time it in a certain window to get a huge defense boost, or if you time it in that really small window that they give you, you sidestep and you dodge the whole thing. So I really enjoy that, the combat is a little more involved rather than choosing and hitting. So it's pretty cool that way, and it's just insane. It's over the top zany. Like I said, there's a lot of exploration. It was awkward at first because this game takes place in like a regular town, and then all of a sudden you see like a random treasure chest that's big old brown come out of like a JRPG. So okay, I guess I'm gonna open this and pick it up. So there's a lot of equips to do. They give you a lot of food, a lot of money. Talk to all the NPCs in the game if you decide to play this, because they have a lot to say. It's actually pretty freaking cool. Let's talk about the audio. It's very charming. I love it. Just like when you jump in the first town, like Onet, in Earthbound. It's the same here. It's very homey. And then at times it can be creepy depending on where you are. And god dang, this game can sometimes get a little creepy, but that's the part of the course, right? Lots of various highs and lows, happy-go-lucky, creepy as all hell, and everything in between. One little small thing though is the voice acting. The voice acting is pretty cool. They have much of the voice acting for the main characters, and then of course the NPCs is just a dialogue sort of thing. I don't know if it's supposed to be like this, but the main character, it sometimes sounds like, it's clear sometimes, but then sometimes it feels like it's phoned in, like it has a little bit of a muffle sound, and I don't know if this was like the guy phoning in like some extra lines or something, but you can kind of tell, it's clear sometimes when you're talking to a character, and then at that same scene it becomes a little muffled. I just don't know if that's just me or if it's supposed to be like that. So overall, this game is really cool. Highly recommend it. Okay, so something that could be a downfall is it's a little slow, but if you are patient, you enjoy these type of things, that's definitely not a problem. It's not a problem. So this game is obviously not for everyone, but if you're looking for something similar to Earthbound that is good quality, and this game is pretty good. You know, there's a lot of crappy RPGs out there. I'm not gonna lie. You know, everyone uses Game Maker these days, RPG Maker. This one seems pretty okay, good quality. It seems like a lot of stuff going on. So check it out, guys. YIIK, a postmodern RPG. If you guys have any questions about the game, leave a comment. I will try to answer it as quick as possible, as clearly as possible. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, it helps a lot. If you haven't already, subscribe for daily videos. Also, let me know just what do you guys think about this game down below. YIIK, a postmodern RPG. It's awesome. Check it out. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.